our congressman, I think this is fifth year. If he finished his term, it'd be 10 years. We've seen him twice in a district.
Yeah.
Twice in a district in 10 years.
And you take a look at what's happened in the last couple of weeks in the House of Representatives and in the cabinet. In the House, you had 3 people resigned or quit.
Right.
And in the cabinet, you had 3 people. It's like, what are we doing in electing some of these people into the House? Yeah, there's Democrats and equally with the Republicans in the House of Representatives who got kicked out. You know what? They should be kicked out.
And I agree. Innocence of proven guilty, but, there's some things there. They'd rather, like you said, in due process, but...
And it's disturbing that the idea that many of them are kicked out because of their sexual habits.
Right. Nobody should be above the law.
Yeah, and their sexual habits.
They feel they're in a position, they could be above the law. Well, look what's going on now. We still haven't found out, the whole thing on Epstein's files. Between now and November, there's going to be some other.
Well, watch out if the House goes Democrat in November, because in the following year, there's going to be a lot of congressional hearings on Epstein, a lot of congressional hearings on everything that's going Trump. And President Trump is already saying, don't let it happen because they're going to indict me. Well, he's admitting that they're going to indict him because he knows he did something wrong.
Well, all I could say, folks, in closing, we got 2 minutes. I don't know, again, we have quite a few followers, but if you want to see what's going to happen, because somebody's getting a award for reporting on something over the Epstein files, and Donald Trump's going to be at the correspondence dinner.
Yeah.
And I think I'm only going to say this because I can't say it on air. It's about a birthday card. And we're going to see where that goes. Rich, anything else before we close it up?
I don't know. Let me take a quick look here. It's like...
if not, we'll just,
the other thing today was the Department of Justice said, they're going to quit the investigation on Powell.
Yep. Well, there was no, but they had nothing there to investigate.
Yeah, there was nothing.
And that was plain and clear.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
T, we're going to wrap this up. We're going to go with one prediction here. It has nothing to do with who the Steelers are picking tonight. Do the Penguins win one game in this series?
I hope so, but it's not looking good.
Yeah.
Rich?
Yeah, well, like I said, I took an Uber driver yesterday morning to the airport, and there was a song that came on, and he put the volume up, and he said, hey, this is like the last best hope for the Penguins. And the song was, I think it's Mike and the Mechanics, All I Need is a Miracle.
Well, we need one. And again, that's Democratic Area, and whoever's playing softball, I hope you guys, is it girls softball team?
It is West Mifflin and Laurel Highlands.
Well,
go LH.
Go LH. Everybody have a great weekend. We'll be back on Democratic Hour the first day of May.
May Day. Oh,
May,
my goodness.
We'll have some fun. Thanks, team. We appreciate the calls.
You're welcome. Okay, we have high school softball coming up next here on WMBS.
You have been listening to the Democratic Radio Hour, heard every Friday at 3:15, right here on 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS.
It's time for another C.R. Brana Group High School Sports Day. Coverage of spring sports, including high school baseball and high school softball here on WMBS. Being brought to you by Little Ezel Ultra, Sandy Howe Notary Services, Gary's Auto Sales, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, Zen's Construction Warehouse, M&R Transit, Bright Stripes Steel Coating and Line Striping, Applebee's, Dr. Paul Hartley at Preferred Primary Care Physicians, the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm, the Sprouse Insurance Group and Insurance Agent David Hughes, Target Safety Solutions, NovaCare Rehabilitation with offices in Uniontown and Masontown, First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, Watson Mundorf LLP, State Farm Agent Lauren Yeoman, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and physical therapist Jim Burns, Uniontown Detailing, Shop and Save, Walnut Hill Plaza, Uniontown, the Catholic War Veterans, Post 1669 in Hopwood, Fort of Uniontown, Stewart Collision, Casey Sports Cafe, Movement Physiotherapy, Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair, Potter's Bar and Grill, Montgomery Medical, the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory, and by Mike Kelly, Toyota of Uniontown. Now stay tuned for the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show here on WMBS, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
From Laurel Highlands High School, it's time for high school softball action here on WMBS, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and YouTube Live as the Laurel Highlands Mustangs take on the West Mifflin Titans. West Mifflin 11-4 overall, 7-4 in conference play. Eric Hilletsberg, their head coach, and Laurel Highlands 7-4 both overall and in the conference. Pat Livingston, the head coach of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Brian Morozak along with Nick Barczyk, Carl Childs behind the camera, and our YouTube Live video feed, and TJ DeStefano back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law studios. Our pregame show being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Our live video stream courtesy of Brite, Stripe, Seal Coating, and Line Striping, and M&R Transit. And Nick Barczyk, we have a second place battle in the conference on our hands here this afternoon. Both of these programs have kind of been on the opposite end of the spectrum as far as this week is concerned. Laurel Highlands knocked off West Mifflin 6-0 on Monday. The Mustangs got a complete game shutout from Peyton Senge, who also homered twice in that game, and they followed that up with an 11-0 win over Uniontown on Wednesday. Emmy Cavalier homered twice in that game, and once again, Peyton Senge, a complete game shutout. West Mifflin lost to first place Elizabeth Forward 11-0 on Wednesday. So the Mustangs have outscored their opponents 17-0 this week, and West Mifflin has been outscored 17-0 this week.
Yeah, it's two teams going in opposite directions certainly this week, Brian, and the Lady Mustangs, as you mentioned, playing very well. The Titans looking to bounce back, but again, they have to face a Peyton Senge, who's the ace in the circle for Laurel Highlands. And again, offensively and defensively, she's been phenomenal this season. So yeah, if West Mifflin wants to turn it around and get revenge from the game Monday, they're going to have to hit Senge early and often, but that's going to be much easier said than done.
And despite all of that, Nick, whoever wins this game will end up in second place in the section and an opportunity to get a first-round bye in the WPIAL playoffs. Elizabeth Forward at the top of the table at 12-0, and then you have the Titans and the Mustangs both sitting at 7-4. Uniontown sits at 6-5. The Red Raiders will wrap up their section season on Monday against Oakland Catholic. Bell Vernon's been eliminated from playoff contention at 5-7. Oakland Catholic sits at 2-8, and Ringgold at 0-11. And for the Mustangs, we mentioned on Wednesday, this is the first time they've made it to the WPIAL playoffs since 2013. They've only made the playoffs 3 times going back to 1998. One playoff win during that stretch over Mount Lebanon back in 1999. So these playoff appearances don't happen as a regularity here at Laurel Highlands at all.
No, they don't, Brian, and they're very special and very rare for most programs, really. Just they're not in the playoffs or in contention every single year. For the Mustangs, the Lady Mustangs, for softball to get back into the postseason first time in 13 years. And, you know, that's amazing for Coach Livingston, for Senge and the rest of her teammates. And certainly want to tune up here. And as the regular season winds down, the Lady Mustangs at home today. Beautiful day. See if they can beat West Mifflin. Hard to beat any team twice in 1 week, so we'll see if they can do it.
Yeah, West Mifflin, they've qualified for the playoffs for a 7th straight year there in the WPIAL quarterfinals a season to go. We'll take a quick 90-second timeout. When we come back, we'll set the batting lineup for West Mifflin and the defense for Laurel Highlands when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Why move? Grow into the home you love and transform your space with First Federal of Greene County. They offer home equity loans, home equity lines of credit, and FHA Title I home improvement loans, all to keep your roots planted where you want to be. Visit a loan officer today or lock in your rate before the market heats up and apply online anytime at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Brian Mrozek, Nick Barczyk back here at Laurel Highlands High School. The West Mifflin Titans to bat first here in the top half of the first inning. Nick will set their lineup.
Yes, and leading off will be number 20, Brianna Wills. And the number 2 spot is the shortstop, number 12, Abby Jakubovic. And in the number 3 spot for the Lady Titans will be number 22 at second base, Sam Tonko. And the number 4 spot, the cleanup spot in the circle pitching today for West Mifflin, number 21, Riley Dobnak. And the number 5 slot, number 2 at third base will be Aubrey Jessica Colson. Batting 7th for West Mifflin, number 3 center fielder Kaylee Tatters. Bella Simak is the catcher, number 8 batting 9th in the number 9 spot. Adelie Solopek, number 4 at first base, and then in that 10 spot, number 11 left field Taylor Kravanik. And
for Laurel Highlands defensively, they'll Peyton Rambo out in left, Harley Durda in center, and Gianna Miller in right. Around the horn, Emmy Cavalier playing third, Kayla Howe playing short. Aubrey Spielman's on second, and Chloe Kamako playing first. Liv McClellan catching and Peyton Senj pitching. Senj, a 7-3 record, 0.92 ERA. This is her 10th appearance, 10th start, has 9 complete games, 3 shutouts, has worked 61 innings, given up 33 hits, 17 runs, only 8 of them earned. And Nick, she struck out 111 batters and walked only 9 so far this season.
Yeah, very impressive to say the least, and a joy to watch her pitch, and hopefully that continues.
A great afternoon for high school softball here at Laurel Highlands High School. Game time temperature around 75 degrees under partly sunny skies. Again, this is the final regular season conference game for both of these schools. The WPIAL playoff pairings won't come out until May the 8th. The first round of the WPIAL playoffs will be Monday, May the 11th. So kind of interesting, Nick. These schools have a couple of weeks of non-conference games, even though they've wrapped up the section season before the playoffs have gotten underway. And this is the first time I ever remember such a large gap in either WPIAL baseball or softball between the end of the regular season as far as section games are concerned and the start of the playoffs.
Yeah, that's very interesting the way they're doing it this season, but hey, maybe it will work. And yeah, great to see the Lady Mustangs back in the postseason, and certainly the regular season has been kind to them, and want to pick this one up today as Senj begins her warm-up tosses.
We mentioned the Mustangs in the playoffs for the first time since 2013 when they lost a first-round game to Ambridge. They were also in the WPIAL playoffs in 2007. They went 10-8, 8-4 in the conference, and lost to Elizabeth Forward in the first round. The only other time they've qualified, at least in the last 28 years that I could find, back in 1999, they knocked off Mount Lebanon in a preliminary round game 5-4, and then lost in the first round to Connellsville 10-0. We mentioned West Mifflin. They've been in the playoffs now 7 straight years. They won a playoff game a season ago, knocking off North Catholic in the first round 9-6 before losing to Blackhawk 8-0 in the WPIAL quarterfinals. But Eric Hilligsberg, a lot of experience. In fact, he picked up his 100th coaching victory in a 7-5 win over Bell Vernon back in March. Mentioned 7 straight playoff appearances, and the Titans and the Mustangs playing for second place in the conference here this afternoon. Again, Brian Mrozek with Nick Barczyk. Nice to have you along with us, and we'll have freshman Brianna Wills leading things off for West Mifflin. She's their designated player, .438 average, 6 RBIs. First toss from Senj is low for ball 1. So you have Wills, Jakubovic, and Tomko due up for West Mifflin here in the top half of the first inning. Almost the same lineup for the Mustangs, at least defensively, from what we saw here on Wednesday. The only change is Miller's batting. She was the designated player on Wednesday against Uniontown, as Senj gets Wills to swing and miss at the 1-0 to even up the count at 1-1. Mustangs, the home white, pinstripe blue, red numbers, and West Mifflin with their white shirts, gold numbers, and gray trim and gray pants, as the count moves now to 2-1 as Senj missed on the 1-1 there to Wills.
Yeah, Senj doesn't get behind in many counts, but behind here.
West Mifflin dugout talking it up early. 2-1, sent foul over the Mustang dugout, which is located off to our left. The Titans dugout off to our right. Count now even at 2-2. Senge looking for 112th strikeout of the season in the top 10 as far as the WPIAL is concerned. And just continues to mow him down, only a sophomore for the Mustangs. 2-2 toss. Again sent foul into the fence this time by Wills as the count remains 2-2.
And if you're West Mifflin, you want to get this started early, get on base, and no better thing to do than get your leadoff batter on.
And you look coming into the week, West Mifflin is actually playing some pretty good baseball, sitting at second place in the conference. A 2-game lead over the Mustangs for second place. And here we are on Friday. The two teams tied in the conference, and the winner will win second place outright and an opportunity for a first-round bye as Will stays alive again, sending another one foul down the third base line.
Yeah, she's sending the ball the other way, but has not been able to put the ball in play, and not many batters have against Senge this season.
So Will's back in the batter's box. Senge with a 2-2 toss, puts it on the ground. Wills off the glove of Kayla Howe into center field, and just a well-positioned hit there for Wills as she gets on board here in the top half of the first inning for the West Mifflin Titans.
I guess we'll give Wills a leadoff single there.
I don't think Howe would have had a chance at it, Nick, the way the thing was positioned.
No, it was well-positioned. She had to go to her left, and that's a leadoff single for West Mifflin.
And now Abby Jakubovic coming to the plate. Jakubovic batting .286 with an RBI, junior shortstop for the Titans. Batting from the right side here against the righty, Peyton Senge. Runner going, first toss, and therefore a strike throw down to second, not in time. Stolen base for Brianna Wills.
If you're West Mifflin, that's just what you want. Runner in scoring position at second with nobody out here in the first.
A little bit of a different story, Nick, from what we saw here on Wednesday when Laurel Highlands just completely dominated Uniontown. The Red Raiders just mustered one hit in the game, and the Mustangs actually struck out the side in the top half of the first, and Jakubovic showing bunt, pops it up, caught there by Liv McClelland. And, of course, nowhere for Wills to go, so it goes F2, first out of the inning, and the Mustangs will take that.
Yeah, McClellan heads up play there, catches that pop-up, and trying to advance the runner does not work there. Jakubovic is sat down. Runner at second, one away.
Now Sam Tomko coming to the plate, the senior second baseman batting .405 with 11 RBIs. Wills in scoring position at second, one out. The first toss there from Senge, in there for a strike, caught the inside corner.
Looked a bit inside, but caught the strike zone.
And Senge has an impressive riser, Nick, with plenty of velocity on it. Certainly impressive when you see it from our angle right behind home plate. 0-1 on the way, showing bunt, pulling back there is Tomko. Pitch missed for a ball to even up the count at 1-1.
Yeah, it's a joy to watch Senge pitch, and certainly not a shock she's getting offers even as a sophomore.
Riley Dobnak due up next for West Mifflin. Count 1-1. Senge to Tomko. Senge long look in this time to McClellan, and that pitch in there for a strike. Runner going, throw down to third, and out at third is Brianna Wills. Wills didn't have a chance there. What a toss from McClellan down to Emmy Cavalier to get Wills down at third.
Great inning of defense by McClellan behind the plate. Great throw down right on the bag, and yes, that leadoff runner at second with nobody out. All of a sudden, bases clear, 2 outs.
And I'm surprised with Will's speed and only 1 out in the inning. They would send her in that situation down to third on the 1-2 pitch as Senge took a little bit off that one, missed on the outside corner to even up the count at 2-2.
Might as well be aggressive, Brian. It's been a rough week for West Mifflin, and they figured why not try to get that runner down to third, score first inning run, not to be.
Yeah, you have Tomko batting .405 and Dobnak behind her batting .305 as Senge strikes out Tomko to end the inning. So we've played a half an inning. West Mifflin scoreless here on the top of the first. We'll go to the bottom of the first with the Mustangs coming to bat here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
The best pizza in town is at Little E's El Ultra, Uniontown's newest restaurant, with all the organic crusts, classical gluten-free, all organic sauces, all natural meats and toppings, and a variety of specialty pizzas, including vegan options. More than pizza, Little E's has hearty homemade soups, appetizers, calzones, and strombolis, plus a variety of salads with vegan and gluten-free options, and new 15-inch big hoagies. Open Wednesday and Thursday, 11 to 9. Friday and Saturday until 9:30. Phone 724-880-6012 or stop in a Little East, 7 West South Street, across from the parking garage.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are proud residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and more. Experienced therapists providing quality rehabilitation close to home. Convenient hours, accessible location, all major insurances accepted. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access. 724-437-7500.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Laurel Highlands coming to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. Leading off will be Kayla Howe. Fellow senior Harley Durda right behind her. Peyton Senge batting third and pitching. Emmy Cavalier in the cleanup spot playing third. Chloe Kamako batting fifth. She's on first base. Peyton Rambo batting sixth in left field. Liv McClellan catching, batting seventh. Aubrey Spielman on second base batting eighth. And Gianna Miller batting ninth in right field. And you have the defense for West Mifflin, Nick.
Absolutely. For West Mifflin, Riley Dobnak in the circle pitching. Bella Simak behind the plate catching. And the infield, Aubrey Jakulski's at third. Abby Jakubovics at shortstop. Sam Tomko at second. And Adelie Solopik at first. In the outfield, left to right, Taylor Kravanik in left field. Kaylee Tatters in center. And Mia Bay in right field for West Mifflin.
Dobnak's first pitch into Kayla Howe, and therefore a strike, 0-1. Now Dobnak's 0-1 toss with Howe showing bunt, pulls back, pitch misses low for a ball to even up the count at 1-1. Howe, a senior shortstop, batting .316 with a homer and 4 RBIs. And now Dobnak ready with a 1-1 here to Howe. That one misses low. Count goes to 2-1. Dobnak a 6-3 record, 2.89 ERA. She struck out 77 and only walked 14 so far this season. Nick, you even said to me coming into the game, you won't be surprised if we see a pitcher's duel here this afternoon as Howe fouls that one back.
Absolutely, with the numbers by these two pitchers today. Could be a quick one, and certainly great work by Senge at the top of the first after getting the leadoff runner at second with nobody out. She erased that runner, and no runs scored, no runs given up.
Count now 2-2 after Kayla Howe fouled off the last pitch. 2-2 is low, and we go full at 3-2. Again, the Mustangs knocked off West Mifflin at West Mifflin on Monday by a score of 6-0. Peyton Senge had 2 home runs in that game for the Mustangs. Now the 3-2 pitch. Howe goes opposite field left, and that's a fair ball. Kayla Howe is going to round first on her way to second. Relay coming in a stand-up double to lead off the bottom of the first inning for Kayla Howe.
Great piece of hitting by Howe, slapping that one the other way, a leadoff double.
The Mustangs in business with Harley Durda, the only other senior for the Mustangs, coming to the plate. Durda, the senior center fielder, batting .355 with 2 home runs and 11 RBIs. Durda had a home run down at Hutchinson on Friday, and the Mustangs win over Bell Vernon.
And the Mustangs with their 2 seniors at the top of the order setting the table.
First pitch to Durda, hit high in the air but popped up, and that'll be the shortstop, Jakubovic, making the catch for the first out of the inning. Of course, nowhere for Howe to run, as she'll remain on second base, and we'll have 1 out with Peyton Senge coming to the plate. Senge, the sophomore pitcher, batting .419 with 4 home runs and 13 RBIs.
Yeah, she's been helping her own cause at the plate this season as well, in addition to her phenomenal pitching.
First pitch here to Peyton, and therefore a strike-off speed pitch there from Dobnak. The count at 0-1. I'll let our buddy Ed Walensky from Sandy Howe Notary Services checking in on our YouTube Live video stream. Appreciate your support of local high school sports all season.
Never misses a broadcast.
Now the 0-1 on the way to Senge. High to even up the count at 1-1. Emmy Cavalier homered twice on Wednesday, due up behind Senge in the Mustang lineup today. That was the only other change. You had Cavalier going ahead of Kamako in the lineup, and that one hit deep to right. It went off the glove of Mia Bay, who crashed into the wall. That will allow Howell to score here for Laurel Highlands. Durda still going. They're going to say that ball went over the wall, so it's a home run there for Peyton Sench.
Yeah, they're calling that a home run. The right fielder, Bay, is down, and she's finally on her feet now, but she took a hit into that wall, Brian.
Yep.
Yeah, the ball is over the fence. That's a home run.
I actually think it went off the glove of Bay and over the wall, so for Sench, her 5th home run of the season. And it looks like that Bay is okay out there in right, as that ball initially went off of Bay and then over the wall for home run for Peyton Sench, and Laurel Highlands on top 2-0 here in the bottom of the 1st inning.
Great show of sportsmanship by Laurel Highlands coming out to celebrate that home run, but all taking a knee. But yeah, Bay took a hit into that wall, and unfortunately for her, could not hold on to it. A good piece of hitting by Senj, and again, helping her own cause.
So 1 out, now 2 across here for the Mustangs. The scoreboard, Nick, is showing 2 outs.
Right.
That's not correct.
Only be one out.
1 out, yeah, correct.
Yes, 1 out.
And Emmy Cavalier at the plate. She'll take the first pitch for a strike 0-1. And Cavalier had 2 home runs for the Mustangs here on Wednesday against Uniontown.
2 home runs in 1 game, always special. Special against your crosstown rival.
0-1, another called strike, takes the count to 0-2. And the inning started with a stand-up double from Kayla Howe. Harley Durda popped up to shortstop Abby Jakubovic, and the 2-run home run from Senj has the Mustangs up 2-0 as we work here in the bottom of the 1st with 1 out. 0-2 to Cavalier, hit on the line off the glove of the pitcher Dobnak, and it's going to be the second baseman Topko sending it wide of first. Salapak couldn't hang on, and Cavalier on her horse already down to 3rd, slides into 3rd safely.
Heads up base running by Cavalier. Yes, Dobnak had a chance to grab that one, Brian, but off her glove. Errant throw by the shortstop, and you have a runner at 3rd with 1 away, and the Lady Mustangs already up 2-0.
Yeah, I think you would have had Cavalier reach first safely no matter what in that situation, but the wide throw ends up being a 2-base error, allowing Cavalier to get down to 3rd. And now you have Chloe Kamako coming to the plate, the sophomore first baseman, batting .417 with a homer and 11 RBIs. And the first pitch misses for ball 1 to Chloe Kamako.
Turning into a very nice inning for Laurel Highlands. Now Kamako with a base hit would extend the advantage.
Next pitch misses low. Count moves to 2-0. As Peyton Rambo due up behind Kamako in the order there for the Mustangs.
A lot of chatter from the Lady Mustang dugout down the 3rd base line.
2-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss there from Kamako. Takes the count to 2-1. Reminder, next week, plenty of high school baseball action both Monday and Tuesday. Uniontown taking on Laurel Highlands. Monday's game, YouTube only at 7. Tuesday, both on the radio and on YouTube at 4 o'clock. Next pitch on the way. Line drive into center field. And that'll be an RBI single for Chloe Kamako, driving in Emmy Cavalier. And Laurel Highlands increases their lead now to 3-0. 12th RBI of the season for Kamako.
Solidly struck single, if I can get that out,
yes,
for Kamako to center, dropping in front of Tatters, and another RBI. Now it's 3-0. The Lady Mustangs have put up a crooked number here in the bottom of the 1st.
Yeah,
Brian.
Mustangs 4 hits already here in the top of the 1st inning. And now Peyton Rambo, the 6th Mustang to bat here in the bottom of the 1st, correction, with a bunt laid down to first base. Throw over to first, not in time. The fired back to 2nd, and sliding back into 2nd safely, there is Kamako. I think he, once again, Nick, have to give Rambo an infield single.
Right. Oh, yes. And a great bunt by Rambo. And now 1st and 2nd with still just 1 out.
And Liv McClellan coming to the plate.
7th batter in the inning to bat for Laurel Highlands.
Sophomore catcher batting .393 with 7 RBIs.
So that's what a leadoff double will get you. Then a 1-out, 2-run home run. Keep the party going.
First toss misses inside there to McClellan. Count 1-0. Mentioned McClellan close to a .400 average. 7 runs driven in so far this season. Still just 1 out.
Yep.
Here in the bottom of the 1st, 3 already across for the Mustangs. Swing and a miss there from McClellan. Even up the count at 1-1 with Kamako on 2nd, Rambo on 1st, and 1 out here in the inning.
And Dobnak has good stuff, but just has to settle down a bit. It's a good lineup she's facing. And
the Mustangs just have been a different team here for the last couple of weeks. And talking to their head coach, Pat Livingston, earlier this week, he said the turning point of the season was actually their 10-run loss to Oakland Catholic.
That'll
Oakland
wake you up,
Catholic
yeah.
just 2 wins on the season in the conference. But after that loss, the Mustangs have been a different team as McClellan swings and misses there, and the count now even at 2-2.
Well, a game like that will certainly wake you up. And the last game you and Gary did, the last few games that I've produced, I've listened and watched, and yeah, how loose they seem, the Lady Mustangs. So.
Yeah, they've been playing well and solid here again this afternoon, but McClellan goes down here, swinging and missing at the 2-2 pitch there from Dobnak. Now 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. Laurel Highlands on top 3-0, and now Aubrey Spielman coming to the plate. The junior second baseman batting .214 with a homer and 5 RBIs.
First strikeout for Dobnak, but she would love to strand these 2 runners, obviously. 3 runs is more than enough to give up in the first inning. See what she can do against the number 8 hitter.
Just extending upon what we talked about during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, the Mustangs now have outscored their opponents 20-0 this week, and West Mifflin has been outscored
save some
20-0.
Yeah, save some of those runs for the playoffs, but take them any way you can get them. Certainly, it's been a phenomenal week, and West Mifflin, yeah, it's they're not trending upward, if you will.
And as hot as the Mustangs have been, you kind of hope the playoffs would start next week and not have to wait until May the 11th as the 0-1 miss there to Spielman, even up the count at 1-1. That's the only thing I worry about. You're going to have a 2 or 3 week period there where the Mustangs are going to play a couple of non-conference games against Charleroi, Brownsville, and Albert Gallatin, but still not the same intensity maybe as these conference games as Spielman sends this one in a shallow center. Mustangs go station to station, and that'll load up the bases here for Gianna Miller.
Absolutely, just a little bloop in the center, and yes, the bases are loaded, 2 outs, 3-0 LH, and Miller will look to drive them all in. Bases juiced with 2 out.
A good opportunity for her. She's been in a little bit of a funk at the plate this season, batting .143. In fact, did not bat in that win over Uniontown on Wednesday. Still played out there in right field, only a sophomore, but now with the bases loaded, a great opportunity to break out of that funk here at the plate. And Laurel Highlands trying to extend upon their 3-0 lead here over West Mifflin as we work in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch here to Miller, catches the outside corner for a strike, 0-1.
And a pitcher generally likes the number 9 hitter if they can to lead off the next inning, but with that 2-out single by Spellman, now you have Spielman, excuse me, yes. You have to face Miller here.
0-1 on the way is Hyde, even if the count at 1-1. Of course, nowhere to put Miller either, Nick, with the bases loaded.
Right.
Dobnak looking at her wrist. 1-1 toss, and Miller sending that one foul off the roof of the West Mifflin dugout. Takes the count now to 1-2.
Yeah, sent that the other way.
Miller working on her form here outside the batter's box. Stepping back in. Dobnak looking for a second strikeout of the inning. 1-2 toss to Miller is high, even up the count at 2-2. A little bit of a throwaway pitch there, Nick, just trying to get Miller to chase.
Right, absolutely. Again, as she looks at her wristband here. Big pitch for her, obviously. Bases loaded.
2-2, just missed outside. Tough one
that was
for
tough.
Miller to take, but it takes us full now to 3-2.
That's some impressive discipline there, patience. And, yeah, now the count's full to Miller.
And for Dobnak, again, nowhere to put Miller. With 2 strikes, Miller has to protect the plate as well. 3-2 on the way, right down the pipe, swing and a miss, strike 3, and down goes Miller. So Dobnak gets out of the inning without any additional damage being done. We've played 1. Laurel Highlands 3, West Mifflin nothing here on the C.R. Brana Group High School Sports Day.
Emidar Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Emidar Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about Emidar Transit, call them 724-439-3164. 724-439-3164. Or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
Looking to buy a home or refinance? Trust the experts at Three Rivers Mortgage Services, proudly serving Fayette and Westmoreland counties for over 25 years. For all your home loan needs, call Ron Conti today at 412-292-8507 for experience you can count on.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
High school softball, welcome back. Beautiful day here at Mustang Field, 3-0. Laurel Highlands as they put up 3 in the first as we go to the second against West Mifflin. The Titans up. Riley Dobnak, the number 4 hitter, the pitcher, faces Senge to lead off the top of the second.
Dobnak batting .320 with a homer and 13 RBIs.
Swing and a miss, 0-1. Senge gave up a leadoff single, but stranded the runner at second in the first, got a strikeout, and her offense helped her out. Well, she helped herself, hitting a 2-run home run. Lady Mustangs with 9 to the plate, 3 runs on 5 hits in the bottom of the first. That one misses up for ball 1.
And you had Wills steal second and then ended up getting caught trying to steal third with a great throw from Liv McClellan down to Emmy Cavalier back in that top of the first inning.
Yeah, McClellan, some great defensive plays, caught a pop-up and threw out a runner at third. Senge appreciates that defense from her catcher. That one fouled off right to the fence, and it's 2 strikes, 1 and 2 on Dobnak. Top of the second, nobody on, no out, 3-0 Laurel Highlands.
You just tell Senge in the groove again here this afternoon, despite giving up that leadoff single to Wills, really has been unfazed here early on.
Not much seems to faze her as that one misses up. The count's now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dobnak, Jessikulski, and Bay, 4, 5, and 6 for the Lady Titans.
West Mifflin up and down their order, pretty consistent batting averages.
That one misses outside, count full. And yeah, I'm sure they would desperately like to turn things around here. As you mentioned, 7 straight years they're in the playoffs, so they know what they're doing, just hitting a little bit of a rough patch and looking to right the ship today. The 3-2 has popped up behind us and back out of play behind the
Carl had his glove
camera
out.
well. Yeah, behind the camera well behind us. Carl's all right. He did have his glove out indeed, but not able to snag that one.
Of course, the Titans lost on Wednesday to Elizabeth Ford, the top team in the conference, actually ranked 3rd overall in the state.
3-2's popped up on the infield, and it will be the shortstop coming in to make the grab, and that is Howe to squeeze it. The senior, 1 away, pop out 6. And 1 out, nobody on here for Aubrey Jessikulski, the third baseman, number 2, and she'll bat from the right side.
Jessikulski batting .229, 10 runs driven in so far this season. Senior for the Titans.
Senior faces Senge, who certainly pitches like one, but only a sophomore with 1 out and nobody on. That's in for a strike, 0-1.
Everything Eric Hilligsberg, West Mifflin's head coach, for giving us the stats and the info on his team earlier on today.
Absolutely, much appreciated. Not every coach is so cooperative, am I right, Brian?
Yeah, most have been pretty good as far as high school softball and baseball have been this year, I have to say.
It's been a joy to do these softball games, as that's a swing and a miss for a strike, 0-2. Really enjoying these softball games.
I think the Mustangs this year certainly have given us a new appreciation for the sport, and they've been fun to watch, and they'll continue into the postseason again starting Monday, May 11th.
Swing and a miss, and down on strikes is Jessikulski. Second strikeout for Senge, but the second out of the second inning, most importantly, with the Lady Mustangs up 3-0. And here's Mia Bay, the number 6 batter, the right fielder, and she slammed into that right field wall. She went out to get the home run from Senge, not able to grab it, but
good to
tough.
see her
She's staying
okay.
in there. Yeah, it's good to see her okay. She's tough. She's staying in the game, and she swings and misses at the first offering from Senge, 0-1.
She has a couple of home runs this year, batting .317, 2 home runs, 12 RBIs, junior right fielder.
West Mifflin went down 1-2-3 after the leadoff single in the first, a caught stealing, and now the first 2 batters in this inning have been sat down. That one low, 1-1.
You have to think Patrick Livingston certainly has to be a candidate for 4A Coach of the Year if you look at what the Mustangs have accomplished so far this season.
Absolutely. That's in for a strike. Great pitch there, and It's 1-2, a strike away from a pretty tidy top of the second.
This Mustang team last year went 5-7 in the conference. And what a turnaround. A win here will make it 8-4 this season and solo second place.
That one misses up 2-2. 2 outs to nobody on top of the second. 3-0 Laurel Highlands.
And you wonder, maybe outside this area, how many folks really knew about the Mustangs coming into this season.
Right, that one fouled off the fence. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, it's great to see any local team have success, but why not support the Lady Mustangs? Weather going to be nice here, we hope. Certainly nice today.
And remember, last year, Senj did not pitch playing high school varsity baseball.
Wow.
She told us during the Ringgold game that was her first varsity win.
Swing and a miss, but it gets away from McClellan. She grabs it, throws to first, and that's the strikeout. 2-3 on the putout for the third out. 3 up, 3 down, 2 strikeouts, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Bottom of the second, it is Laurel Highlands 3, West Mifflin nothing on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. Bad hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
On the first pitch of the bottom of the second, Kayla Howe leading it off for the Lady Mustangs. Hits it to right field, gets under the glove of the right fielder, Bay, and she ends up at third base, Brian. Runner at third, nobody out for Laurel Highlands.
Now, Bay charged that one out there in right field, and it got underneath her glove. It was actually the center fielder that had to send that one in for West Mifflin there, Kaylee Tatters. It allowed Howe with plenty of speed to get all the way down to third, as Durda fouls off the first pitch here for Laurel Highlands.
Yeah, Hal, the leadoff batter, leading things off in the bottom of the second. Hit that one to right, and she ends up at third base. It looked like it was just going to be a single. Now a strike on Durda. The center fielder's 0 for 1. And the pitch from Dobnak is in the air to second base. On the right side, it's caught by the second baseman, Tomko. Pop out 4 for the first out. The runner holds at third.
And nowhere for Howe to go there with the infield pop-up from Durda. So 1 away with Peyton Senj coming to the plate.
Here indeed is the pitcher, Senj. That 2-run home run to right field.
I'm interested to go back and rewatch that, Nick, because I'm pretty sure it went off of Bay and over the wall. I don't think that would have been a home run if it didn't hit off of Bay. But we'll have to go back and take a look at that one later on.
Absolutely. Some Friday night viewing for us as that pitch in for a strike from Dobnak to her circle opponent, if you will, San 0-1, as opposed to mound opponent. With the Lady Mustangs up 3-0 in the bottom of the second. Once again, their leadoff runner on for the second straight inning. Runner at third, 1 out. That one fouled off to the right. Now 2 strikes on Senj. Dobnak back in the circle, and Senj will step in the batter's box. Again, very nice day. Not much wind right now. Senj looking to send another one out, and she swings and misses, and she strikes out swinging for the second out.
It's rare to see Senj go down striking out, so she's now 1 for 2 today, and that'll bring up Emmy Cavalier.
Always seems to come through, but she is human after all, and that's the third strikeout for Dobnak. 2 outs with a runner at third. Cavalier, indeed the batter, reached on a single and scored. 2-base throwing error by the shortstop allowed her to get to third. She came home on a single by Kamako, who's on deck. The meat of this LH lineup. So they look to add on after putting up 3, a crooked number in the bottom of the first. It'd be a great job by Dobnak to get out of this jam. She had a runner at third and no out. That pitch is low. 2 balls, no strikes on Cavalier. Some dark clouds overhead. The sun's gone away for the moment, Brian, but I think we're all right.
Yeah, I don't think they're calling for any rain today.
No. Tomorrow, maybe. So if you're going to the draft tomorrow, bring a poncho. That one misses up 3-0.
Not good for any weekend golf, at least tomorrow.
That's
Sunday's supposed to be all right.
That's what you care about.
Yes.
Way more than any draft. Forget that.
Matt said he's going down tomorrow.
Oh, good luck. So if you need me for Monday morning, if he's stranded down there, call me. I'll be up. Here's the 3-0. That one's low and in for a 4-pitch walk. It's a 2-out walk. Runners at first and third with 2 outs for Chloe Kamako, who has an RBI single in this one.
And what a week Cavaliers had with the 2 home runs on Wednesday. Infield single here, got advanced on the air. Now a walk on base for the second time in this game.
Yeah, it's awesome to see a 2 home run game and now on base twice today. The reason she's in that cleanup spot. Now Dobnak looking at her pitching rotation list on her arm, and that pitch misses up. And that's ball 1. So again, first and third 2 outs with Laurel Highlands batting up 3-0 in the bottom of the second. And Dobnak looking for that pitch that'll get her out of this jam. She delivers the 1-0, and that one's in for a strike 1-1.
Kamako came into this game with a .417 average, a homer and 11 RBIs. Only a sophomore, and this Mustang team young, just Hal and Durda as seniors in the lineup today for Laurel Highlands.
That's the encouraging thing. Great season. They're young, most of them coming back, except for Hal and Durda. That one fouled off to the right. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes on Kamako, and again, Dobnak a strike away from getting out of this jam.
You see more and more, especially in high school softball, with freshmen making an impact, and hopefully the current 8th grade squad strong for the Mustangs as well, and they can add a few more into the lineup for next season.
That one misses to the fence, and the runner breaking for home and will score. A late slide in there by Howe. Don't know if she wanted to. Now the runner down to second, throw down, and back in safely is Cavalier. And now it's 4-0 Laurel Highlands.
And 2 runs now scored in this game for Kayla Howe. And as you said, Nikki, Cavalier safe down there at second.
Yeah, Howe a late slide, an awkward slide, but she does score her second run and the Lady Mustangs' 4th run. And it's now runner at second with 2 outs, and Laurel Highlands still batting up 4-0. Kamako facing a 2 ball, 2 strike count. So that one just got away from Dobnak. And this pitch is up, and the count's full.
I think Dobnak kind of halfway through the rotation there, kind of changed her mind, maybe thinking a fastball at first, and then wanted to take a little off of it and kind of had a odd rotation coming through.
Here's the payoff pitch, 3-2, swing and a miss. Strike 3, 2 strikeouts in the inning. 1 run does score, though, runner stranded, and the Mustangs have scored 3 in the first and 1 in the second. After 2, we move on to the third. It's Laurel Highlands 4, West Mifflin 0. High school softball on this Friday afternoon. C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Brite Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals. Locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Brite Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating. Also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Brite Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Brite Stripe, 724-437-6090 or visit brite-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are proud residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and more. Experienced therapists providing quality rehabilitation close to home. Convenient hours, accessible location, all major insurances accepted. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access. 724-437-7500.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or
Hi, come on in. How are you?
for personal, professional health care you can trust. See Dr. Paul Hardley and nurse practitioners Tara Bozak, Jessica Reckhart, and Stacy Morris. Proudly serving our community for over 30 years. Need care today? Walk-ins are always welcome. For your primary care, call Dr. Paul Hartley at 724-437-1109 or visit ppcp.org.
Or serving number 3,944.
Kaylee Tatters leading off the top half of the third with a hit here for West Mifflin, sending it into left field. Relay in from Peyton Rambo, and West Mifflin in business, but down 4-0 here in the top half of the third inning.
Good hit to left field for Tatters, a leadoff runner on. Second time for West Mifflin. So they look to bounce back here, down 4-0 in the third. Bottom part of their order, though. Right now, the number 8 batter, Bella Simak, up.
And the only other hit in the game, Brianna Wills led off the game with an infield single for the Titans. Now Simak batting .276, sophomore catcher with 4 RBIs, takes strike one here from Peyton Senge. And we'll see how aggressive Tatters gets on the base paths here for the Titans.
Might as well be aggressive. Down 4 runs already. It's been a rough week.
They got a lot of ground to make up for sure.
Tough to get base runners against Senge, who has 3 strikeouts, 1-2-3 inning last frame.
0-1 pitch hit on the ground and past a diving effort there from Kayla Howe. So back-to-back hits to start this top half of the third inning for the West Mifflin Titans with Adelie Salapak coming to the plate.
Keep the line going, yes, past the shortstop Howe and into left, and indeed first and second. Nobody out. And
they're going to get a courtesy runner here for the catcher, Simak.
Number 19.
That will be Annabelle Graham. So Graham running for Simak with Salapak at the plate. 2 on, nobody out. Senge facing Salapak, who's batting .300 with 4 RBIs, junior first baseman. First toss high for ball 1. Actually, no, called strike. Called strike, yep.
It was a check swing, but a called strike, so they determined he did not point at the batter, the home plate umpire, so just called that a strike.
So 0-1 now, Senge to Salapak. Showing bunt, popped up and caught, and that was caught there by Emmy Cavalier, the third baseman who was in on the play to record the out.
Great play, yeah, pop out 5. She was in great position and catches that. Runners have to hold, first and second, 1 out.
Now the top of the order, Brianna Wills. We mentioned Wills with the infield single. She has plenty of speed, only a freshman. Came into the game with a .438 average, designated player for the Titans. First pitch hit on the ground. That's going to go to short. Howe charges, but has no play on it. And back-to-back infield singles for Wills in this game for West Mifflin.
Yeah, it's tough now. Bases loaded. Throw to third was late. Howe hesitated a bit there at shortstop, and indeed an infield single. Bases juiced for Abby Jakobic.
And that's kind of Wills' strategy, I think, just to kind of lay those down nice and soft. Use her speed to her advantage, and now with the bases loaded, infield in here for Laurel Highlands. Jack Ubovic representing the game-tying run with the Mustangs up 4-0. Jack Ubovic just 1 RBI though on the season, batting .286. Takes the first pitch here for strike 1.
Yeah, Jack Ubovic, the shortstop, popped out to the catcher McClellan in the first on a bunt. Great opportunity here. Bases loaded, 1 out. You're down 4-0 in the third inning.
Senge focused in the circle here for the Mustangs. 0-1 to Jack Ubovic is a load, even if the count at 1-1. Good block there from Liv McClellan.
Yeah, great defense by McClellan, a catcher today. Keeping that one off the backstop. Not much room there, though, if Tatters attempted to advance and try to score.
The Titans making a game of it here in the top half of the third. Down 4-0, but threatening. 1-1 on the way, called strike.
Inside part of the plate, but caught the corner.
This is when Senge excels, though, Nick.
Yeah.
Now, 3 strikeouts already in the game. You get a couple of girls on base here. She just refocuses, just takes it to another level. 1-2 here. Let's see if she sends down Jack Ubovic. Toss on the way, and this one popped up. Again, behind us.
Close, Carl. No, can't get it.
Over the snack bar and out. Count remains 1-2.
Had a good view of that one going out. You're right, Senge. And it's great to watch pitch, and I'm sure she relishes getting out of these jams. Doesn't like getting into them, obviously, but why not? Try to wiggle out and get these base runners sat down.
Another 1-2, low and inside. Runners will try to go, play at the plate, and safe at home there is Tatters for the first run of the game for the West Mifflin Titans. The first run they've scored all week. It's 4-1.
Absolutely, pitch in the dirt, and the throw to the plate by McClellan not in time as Senge was covering the plate, and West Mifflin gets a run.
Wills into second. Graham, the courtesy runner, down to third. And now Jackie Bovic still at the plate, count 2-2. One out here in the inning.
And a hit here makes things very interesting.
Now Senj is 2-2 to Jackie Bovic, called strike 3 for the second out of the inning.
Again, that inside part of the plate, she's getting that today, Senj, and it is a strikeout, second out of the inning.
Now
Fourth strikeout of the game for Senj, Brian.
Now Sam Tomko coming to the plate, struck out swinging in the first, batting .405 with 11 RBIs. Now 4-1 Mustangs. Titans, though, 2 in scoring position here with 2 outs here in the inning.
Yeah, one's good, but West Mifflin will feel like they left some meat on the bone if they don't get more than that here.
Tomko fouls off the first pitch, 0-1.
You have your number 3 hitter up.
And this the final conference game for both Laurel Highlands and West Mifflin. Playoff pairings on Thursday, May the 8th.
Every season flies by, Brian,
yeah,
including the spring sports season.
Next pitch on the way, off the inside of the bat, and that ball is just foul.
Just foul. Kamako almost had it there down the right field line as she retrieves it.
Correction, looking at my calendar, it's going to be Thursday, May 7th for the playoff pairings.
I got you, yeah. A week from today is May Day, May 1st.
Yep. And then the playoffs will start Monday, May the 11th.
Hard to believe it's the last week of April.
A count 0-2 now from Senj to Tomko. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. So the Titans get 3 hits but only score 1 run here in the top of the third. We go to the bottom of the third. 4-1 Mustangs over the Titans here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas, open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Looking to buy a home or refinance? Trust the experts at Three Rivers Mortgage Services, proudly serving Fayette and Westmoreland counties for over 25 years. For all your home loan needs, call Ron Conti today at 412-292-8507 for experience you can count on.
Back here at Laurel Highlands High School, moving to the bottom of the third inning. The Mustangs coming to bat with hitters 6, 7, and 8 due up. Peyton Rambo, Liv McClelland, and Aubrey Spielman. Laurel Highlands scoring 3 in the first, 1 in the second. West Mifflin coming back with a run in the top half of the third. Peyton Rambo, an infield single first time up. Came into the game with a .258 average, 2 homers and 4 RBIs, facing Riley Dobnak, starting her third inning of work in the circle here for the West Mifflin Titans. First pitch to Rambo, low for ball 1.
Laurel Highlands with 1 or 3 in the first and 1 in the second, looking to keep that going. West Mifflin, though, getting a run last inning, so
Mustangs had 9 come to the plate in the first, Nick, and then 5 to the plate in the second as Rambo takes that pitch low for ball 2. Rambo, junior left fielder.
Got on base in the first with a single.
Toss to her here low again. Takes the count to 3-0. Dobnak to Rambo.
Got to be there if you're swinging on 3-0.
3-0 toss. Rambo taking all the way, pitching there for a strike to take it to 3-1.
BND taking all the way there, but pitch right down the middle by Dobnak.
Time call there for a moment.
As she steps out, gets instructions from her third base coach, as Rambo. Now we're ready to go.
3-1 pitch. Rambo, a little nubber going down to third. And the play made from Jaskulski to Salapak to retire Rambo 5-3 for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Liv McClelland.
Easy routine put out there by Jaskulski. The leadoff batter retired for the first time today by Dobnak.
Coach Hilligsburg told us the next pitcher available would likely be Annabelle Graham if West Mifflin decides to make a change today. We saw Graham as a courtesy runner earlier as the first pitch to Liv McClellan, a swing and a miss from Liv, taking the count to 0-1, and Liv struck out swinging first time up in the bottom of the first inning.
It's smart to get Graham out there and, get her loose if she is going to come in and pitch, have her come out and run the bases.
0-1, missed outside, even up the count at 1-1. But again, McClellan's done a nice job at the plate this season. Came into the game with a .393 average and 7 RBIs.
Certainly a very good defensive catcher as well.
Next pitch, and therefore a strike. Now 2 strikes on Liv McClellan as the count moves to 1-2. And next week here on WMBS, high school baseball, Uniontown and Laurel Highlands 2-game series. Monday, video only at 7. Tuesday, both on the radio and video at 4 as McClellan strikes out for the second time in this game, and 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom half of the third.
Strikeout number 4 for Dobnak, and yes, the first 2 batters retired. You love to see that if you're West Mifflin and you're facing the 6, 7, and 8 hitters here. If you're going to have a 1-2-3 inning, this would be it, down 4-1 in the third.
Now Aubrey Spielman coming to the plate. Spielman singled to center, first time up. First pitch to her here, swing and a miss, takes the count to 0-1. Came into the game with a .214 average, a homer and 5 RBIs. Spielman playing her usual second base position here today.
Looking for a 2-out single.
Dobnak's 0-1. Spielman takes that one off the plate to even up the count at 1-1.
That was over but out.
These two schools last year, Nick, actually split the season series despite the Mustangs going 5-7 in the conference. They picked up a 5-4 win here at Laurel Highlands over West Mifflin on April the 28th, as that pitch is now strike 2 to take the count to 1-2.
Spellman swinging through that one for our radio audience.
You mentioned West Mifflin a season ago won a playoff game. 1-2 on the way, called strike 3. And that'll be it. Mustangs retired 1-2-3 here in the bottom half of the third after 3. It's 4-1 Laurel Highlands over West Mifflin here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day.
Why move? Grow into the home you love and transform your space with First Federal of Greene County. They offer home equity loans, home equity lines of credit, and FHA Title I home improvement loans, all to keep your roots planted where you want to be. Visit a loan officer today or lock in your rate before the market heats up and apply online anytime at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Laurel Highlands leading West Mifflin 4-1 here in Mustang Field, top of the fourth. Softball action. Riley Dobnak is the batter right now for West Mifflin, leading off the fourth against Sen. She's 0 for 1. Sends that one foul to the right. It's 1-1 the count.
These balls might be getting tougher to find down, Nick, with a little growth
right
down there on the hill into the woods.
A youngster going to find it there. Softballs and baseballs all over the hillside here at Mustang Field, Hutchinson. That was last week. Don't know where I am. Ooh. That one's up, and nice snag by McClellan. Great glove, and keeps it off the backstop.
The kids come back with a lot of poison ivy.
That's right. Mom and Dad love that. Get the, what is it called? I won't say a brand name, but it starts with an N that you put on your skin. Senj looks in. 2 balls, 1 strike. Leadoff batter in the inning. Check swing as McClellan bobbles that and catches it, then misses for a ball 3-1.
I use calamine lotion when I get it.
There you go.
I don't know what you call it.
Well, I don't know. Hey, wasn't Neo? I don't want to mention brand names on our broadcast.
Well, Neosporin
isn't it?
No, you won't put Neosporin on poison ivy.
I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't think I've ever had poison ivy. If I have, I blocked it out, Brian. That's a foul ball back behind us again. 3-2. If I've had poison ivy,
Now, Neosporin is when you get a cut.
Oh, I see. I see.
Cuts and bruises. You would not put Neosporin on
I'm sorry.
poison ivy.
I'm not a good Boy Scout. I don't know why that popped in my head, but that's enough of the poison ivy talk.
Full count here.
3-2. Looks into Dobnak and swing and a miss, but it gets away from McClellan, just in front of her a little bit. She picks it up, throws to Kamako. Strikeout 2-3.
That would have been ball 4, too, as Dobnak really chased it.
6th strikeout for Senj. The 2-3 put out. She had that when Bay struck out, and now with Dobnak, 1 out. The leadoff batter retired here, and actually the leadoff batter has gotten on in the 1st and 3rd inning for West Mifflin, but not here in the 4th. It's just Kolsky fouls this one off 0-1. She struck out swinging in the 2nd. 4-1 Laurel Highlands. So West Mifflin, as you mentioned, has had a rough week. Their first run of the week came in that last inning, but again, they've had the leadoff runner on 2 times here. But again, Senj pretty much in control. Those 6 strikeouts. That one misses for a ball 1-1.
I think the mindset of these two teams on the West Mifflin side, you're probably happy the playoffs don't start next week.
Right.
Especially if things go the way they have so far in this contest. You can take those couple of weeks to kind of get ready again.
This one on the ground past the third baseman in the left for a base hit. Not much Cavalier could do there, and that's a 1-out single for Jaskolski. Runner at first, 1 away. West Mifflin bats down 3 in the 4th. Now the batter is the right fielder Mia Bay, who struck out, swinging in the 2nd.
Maya, though, 2 home runs on the season, junior right fielder.
And again, she went into the wall hard, defending that ball that we think went off her glove and went over the fence for a Peyton Senj home run in the 1st, but she hung in the game and takes a ball there, 1-0.
She's been consistent at the plate all season as well, batting .317.
That pitch is up, but a swing and a miss. That riser goes past the bat of Bay, 1-1.
She chased it a little bit as well.
She did. Now she's looking at her wrist to see maybe what pitch is coming next from Senj. She'll step in, waggles that bat around. No batting gloves for Bay. She squares and bunts it foul back to the fence. 2 strikes now. Bay a late square there and fouls it off. See what she does here with 2 strikes on her. Senj back at the rubber now, gets on top of it in the circle, peers in, gets the sign from McClellan, her battery mate. And the 1-ball, 2-strike offering from the right-hand phenom, if you will, up and in for a ball, 2-2.
West Mifflin, though, making her work a little bit this afternoon.
Oh, yeah, it's not been easy. They have 5 hits by my count, runner on, 1 out. They're down 4-1 in the 4th. As Bay, the 6th batter in the order, faces Senj. And that one off-speed pitch in for strike 3.
Just froze her.
Froze her indeed. Second time that Bay's struck out, and that is a looking strikeout. 7th of the game, second backwards K, if you will. 2 outs with the runner at first for Kaylee Tatters. The center fielder is singled and scored. Left-hand batter will step in, number 3. Looking for a 2-out rally, a strikeout, a single, and a strikeout this inning for Senj.
Lefty Tatters.
Also no batting gloves for the lefty. She takes ball 1 low.
Our game today also on the South Union Township Sports Network, brought to you there by Smith Lewis Chess CPAs, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the Sprouse Insurance Group, and insurance agent David Hughes, SWGI Specialist, U.S. Digestive Health, United Bank, and South Union Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott.
Great to be on the radio and on YouTube today. Is that one runner breaking for second? Was that not a foul ball? I guess it was not. So the runner goes to second as the ball gets to the backstop there. It's 1-1.
Tatters came into the game with a .282 average, senior center fielder, 8 RBIs.
So runner in scoring position as she looks for RBI number 9. And the pitch is a little looper and fielded by the shortstop and throw to first. Howe. Great play by Howe, 6-3 indeed. She went to her left, fielded it, made the throw, and the 1-out single is left stranded. No runs on hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Laurel Highlands 4, West Mifflin 1. And we have high school softball here for you in Mustang Field on WMBS and the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
Uniontown Applebee's is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands softball. Stop in after the games for late-night half-price select appetizers. Every night from 9 p.m. until close. Located at 102 Walmart Drive in Uniontown, Applebee's.
Amador Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amador Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about Amador Transit, call them 724-439-3164, 724-439-3164, or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Bottom of the fourth inning as Laurel Highlands leads West Mifflin 4-1. Another inning of work for Dobnak in the circle for the Lady Titans, facing Gianna Miller in the number 9 spot for LH to lead off the fourth. She struck out swinging in the first and now bats here in the fourth. She went over to talk to her third base coach there, 1-0. She steps in, right-hand batter. It's Miller, Howe, and Durda, 9-1-2. Senge, if anyone reaches that pitch low and in for a ball, 2-0. More chatter from the LH dugout. Like to see that. Why not? Playoff berth already clinched with a lead today here, 4-1. So that pitch just outside. It's 3-0. Dobnak giving up the 3 in the first, 1 in the second. About a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the third. A ground out and 2 strikeouts. She's been effective, but again, let the leadoff runner reach in the first and in the second. That led to runs. 2-run home run in this game by Senge, and that's in for a strike, 3-1. Also no batting gloves for Miller. Like to note that. Like to see the old school approach there. As Dobnak looks in, the righty delivers the 3-1 low and in. And is that not ball 4? It is. Miller didn't know it, but it is ball 4, a leadoff walk.
I was wondering there for a second, too, and she stood there.
Yeah. Thought the count was right. We had it right, and that was ball 4 indeed. So a leadoff base on balls. Leadoff runner on for the third of 4 innings for LH, and that's what good teams do. Get that leadoff runner on and then keep the line going. Now top of the order, Kayla Howe, the shortstop, takes it in for a strike already. Today's made a fine defensive play and has been on base twice. A double, a single, and 2 runs scored. Checking her wristband on her left arm is Dobnak, and the righty in the circle kicks and delivers the 0-1, squaring the bunt. Kind of a half-hearted square there, taking a strike. 0-2 now on Howe.
Gave Bay, I guess, a 2-base error off the second hit there from Howe.
Is that a good ruling, sir?
That's fine.
Is that,
it's acceptable.
Is that acceptable?
I
no
wonder
means
how you're going to score it.
Yeah. Why not? That's what I saw, and that's the ruling. It's not going to change. This one popped up foul to the left side, hits the top of the dugout as the third baseman, Jaskulski, went over. And luckily for her, didn't slam into the fence or anything, or the ball didn't get her, but it's just a strike.
Howe's done a nice job of those slap hits all season for the Mustangs.
Yeah, left-hand batter slapping it the other way. Now again, Dobnak checks the arm. The no ball, 2 strike counts. That LH dugout getting loud as this one slapped again to the left side. Left fielder coming in, going to drop in front of Kravanik and get past her, and Howe will go to station. It's just first and second, a single. So first and second, nobody out.
I think if you give her a hit there, just well positioned again for Kayla Howells, now 3 for 3 today.
Right, that's definitely a hit. 3 hits for Howe. Here's the senior Harley Durda. The only 2 seniors for the Lady Mustangs in the lineup are batting 1 and 2, Howe and Durda.
Durda, 2 here.
Durda. Yep. We mentioned that we see their signs there. We're lucky they didn't put them in front of us. Good to see the seniors get their recognition. Yeah, Durda's due. Howe's had 3 hits, but Durda 0 for 2 with a couple of putouts to middle infielder, shortstop and second. That one misses outside for ball one.
They wouldn't do that to us here at Laurel Highlands.
Absolutely.
They always treat us well.
Oh,
here
they certainly do, unlike a lot of other schools.
We appreciate Pat Livingston, all his cooperation this year, getting these game broadcasts together. This will be our final regular season game. We're going to try to get the Mustang first playoff game certainly on the air for you if we can, definitely on the radio side, and we'll put in for video coverage as well if it gets approved by the WPIAL.
Certainly, Laurel Highlands done a great job here. Softball, great sport. Certainly been a fun spring here with the Lady Mustangs. That one slap foul down the third base side. Almost took out her third base coach there.
Getting high school baseball over the next couple of weeks for you. Again, mentioned that Uniontown Laurel Highlands series Monday, Tuesday. We have Geibel, Manessa next Thursday. And then the final two Mustang baseball conference games Monday and Tuesday of the following week, May 5th and 6th.
And as always, we hope the weather's cooperative. Beautiful day here today, and this one a swing and a miss. 2 strikes now on dirt on the pitch from Dobnak. Counts even 2-2. First and second, no outs. We'll see if Dobnak and West Mifflin can wiggle out of this one.
I think you'll have one of those West Mifflin games with Gary, Nick, in a couple weeks.
Oh, can't wait as that one gets to the backstop, and the runners advance now second and third.
Miller down to third and Powell into second. Mustangs up 4-1, trying to extend things here as we work in the bottom of the fourth with Harley Dirt at the plate here for Laurel Highlands. Nobody else.
Time called. Get home plate wiped off. 3-2 to Dirt indeed, and Peyton Senge is on deck. Simak ready to catch her. She took the mask off, puts it back on, and a swing and a miss by Durda. She's down on strikes 0 for 3 today, 1 out with runners at second and third. And Laurel Highlands batting 4-1, up 4-1 in the fourth. Here's Peyton Senge.
Yeah, rare to see Durda 0 for 3. Came into the game with a .355 average. You mentioned Senge 1 for 2. That 2-run home run back in the first inning.
Right-hand batter hit it to right field. And again on the mound, or excuse me, in the circle's been great. Just the 1 run through 4 innings.
They're going to intentionally walk Senge.
Yes, they are.
Wow.
Have not seen that. Have you seen that in high school
softball
baseball or
yet this
softball
year.
this
We've
year?
seen it in baseball, but not in softball.
I was going to say, rare to see. And
Senge actually came into the game, the Mustangs leading batter average-wise at .419, now 5 home runs on the season. And you walk Senge to face Emmy Cavalier, who has been on base in both of her at-bats so far today and had 2 home runs here on Wednesday.
Right. Interesting strategy there, but bases are loaded, 1 out for Cavalier. The cleanup hitter takes a ball.
The advantage, though, you get the force out at any base.
Right.
With Senge on first, you figure you're down 4-1.
That's certainly the idea behind it. Yeah, force out at any base as Dobnak looks in and delivers a swing and a miss. 1-1 to Cavalier.
Cavaliers average now up to 300 with 4 home runs and 8 RBIs.
Nice to hit that 300 mark. So after the intentional walk of Senge, this pitch is fouled off to the right. And another foul ball to retrieve for somebody. Is that strike 2 to Cavalier?
I think Gary and I were talking in the baseball game the other day. It's tough when you start the season this early. You know, it's cold outside, kind of getting into the groove at the plate, but now the weather's starting to warm up, kind of allows you to get a little looser at the plate as well.
Oh, some of those games in March and early April are forget it as that pitch to the backstop. Runner breaks for home, sliding in safely there is the runner Miller, and another run for the Mustangs. They're up 5-1.
So much for the force out now.
Right.
The runner's now on second and third and 1 across.
That backfired. The wild pitch. And certainly frustrating there. After you walk the bases loaded, try to get the force, but a wild pitch causes the run to score. It's now a 5-1 advantage for Laurel Highlands in the fourth. Second and third, 1 away for Cavalier. Still batting, 3-2 count.
2-2, I believe.
Excuse me, yes, 2-2. Yes, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dobnak delivers this one, fouled off again, still 2 strikes. Fouled off back behind us.
Chloe Kamako due up next. Another big inning for Laurel Highlands.
Absolutely. 3 in the first, 1 in the second. 1 so far in the fourth. They were retired 1, 2, 3 in the third, and that one up. But grabbed by Simak, but it's a ball now full. Now it's full, 3-2. Dobnak again looking at her available pitches on her wrist and delivers. This one popped up. Is that in the field of play? Or is it, no, it's coming back to us and almost gets us right to Brian's right there.
I was going to make sure I protected the laptop if it was coming over in that direction.
Yes, the laptop. Softballs are not good for laptops. I remember a game we did, baseball game a few years ago, where a liner just took out a laptop.
Yeah, it's basically the laptop saved Tony from going to the hospital.
Right, absolutely.
It hit the router, it hit the laptop, and Tony was sitting right behind both.
The mayor was all right. Strike 3 called as Cavalier threw a bat thinking it was ball 4, but that is strike 3, 2 out.
And I remember we were situated up on the hill at Laurel Highlands for a baseball game right next to the snack bar. I was looking down to see how many stolen bases somebody had. And
that was a screamer.
Foul ball screamer just came back and whizzed right by me, into the router, into the laptop. I think we somehow stayed on the air. I don't know how that was possible.
That was a Saturday game.
Yeah, Saturday game.
It was a Derby day, I believe. Can remember that, but not more important things I should remember. That's ball 1.
Yeah, we were joking with then Mustang head coach Brad Yeoman because he said, it's going to be a nice Saturday. We can get a better camera angle over by the snack bar. And that was the last game we've ever done over there. Been in the press box ever since after that happened.
It was a beautiful day. Why not? This one on the ground, left side. Just Jack Yabovic, the shortstop, makes the play 6-3. That's Jack Yabovic to make the play to retire the side, but 1 run does come home. It's now 5-1. Laurel Highlands, we go to the 5th. CR Brite Group High School Sports Day on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. Brite Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals. Locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Brite Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating. Also excelling in line striping and layout, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Brite Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Brite Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit brite-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Bella Simak, first pitch swinging for West Mifflin here in the top of the 5th, popping it up to Peyton Rambo out and left, just like that, Nick. 1 pitch, 1 out, with the Mustangs leading 5-1. And now Adelie Salopek at the plate.
Yeah, fly out to left. Rambo barely had to move.
Salopek taking the first pitch for ball 1 from Peyton Senge. Salopek entering the game with a 300 average and 4 RBI. Swing and a miss there, just like that, 0-2. Actually, check that, 1-1, 1-1.
And now West Mifflin down 4 in the 5th inning, so need to get base runners quick.
1-1 on the way, swing and a miss. Now 1-2 from Senge to Salopek with 1 out as we work here in the top of the 5th. The Mustangs up 4.
And again, just 2 teams going in opposite directions, both playoff-bound teams, but just it's been Laurel Highlands' week and not West Mifflin's.
That pitch missed. Even if they count it 2-2. The Mustangs, 1 non-conference game scheduled next week at Charleroi. Then games against Brownsville and Albert Gallatin non-conference, both here at Laurel Highlands in 2 weeks before the playoffs get underway. And that's a swing and a miss. Strike 3 as Salopek goes down. And 2 up, 2 down here to start the top half of the 5th. And now the top of the order. And Brianna Wills, who's 2 for 2 today. Pair of infield singles for Wills, but now comes to bat here with nobody on.
Strikeout number 8 for Senge. And yes, Wills, the leadoff batter, has been really the only one to crack Senge's code. But, I mean, hits for Jaskolski and Tatters and Simak as well. But 2 hits for Wills.
And there's one nubbed and through on the left side again from Wills.
3 hits for Wills.
3 for 3 today.
Wow, he hits that the other way.
They all have just kind of been those little nubbers. You had infield singles in the 1st and the 3rd. That one barely out of the infield.
And both leadoff batters, Wills and Howell, left-hand batters who hit the ball the other way.
Now Jackie Bova coming to the plate. She's 0 for 2. Junior shortstop.
Pop out to the catcher and a strikeout. The bunt attempt was caught by McClellan in the 1st. But a 2-out single. See if West Mifflin can get a rally going down 4.
First pitch low for ball 1. Jackie Bovick now stepping back into the batter's box. 1-0 toss from Senge. Showing bunt, pulled back, pitching there for a strike. Runner going, throw down to second. And barely hanging out of the bag there was Wills. Almost overslid the second base bag, but managed to stay on it.
A good throw on the money, but the tag just not applied before Wills could slide in safely. So yeah, why not be aggressive? Get down to second with 2 outs now. It's now 1-1 to Jackie Bovick.
She'll step back into the batter's box, see if they can get Wills around. 1-1 toss, and this ball popped foul on the left side. I don't think the Mustangs are going to play on it. They will not. Hits off the roof.
That's a roof shot.
Yep.
So unless Emma Cavalier wanted to climb up there.
Count now 1-2, but the Mustangs a strike away from sending us to the bottom of the 5th. Still at 5-1. 1-2 toss, just off the plate.
It's just off the plate indeed. It's over but out.
Count now 2-2. Now the 2-2 from Senge to Jackie Bovick high. We'll go full 3-2 it. First base now open, and Sam Tomko struck out twice in this game, due up next. Jackie Bovick looking to get on base as well for the first time in this game.
And working the count. Good job against a good pitcher. That's all you can do.
Payoff pitch on the way. The tie for ball 4 and a rare walk.
Very rare.
From Peyton Senge. Senge came into the game 111 strikeouts, only 7 walks. It's only the 8th walk she's issued all season.
The impressive command and throws a lot of strikes. And
this is the 11th game she's worked and started, Nick, as well.
Yeah, she's busy out there.
3rd game of the week as well.
And you're right, you love to have an ace in the playoffs, and they certainly have one.
Now Tomko at the plate. Titans looking to mount a little rally here. Tomko first pitch swinging, but pops it up. Same team. It'll go to the first baseman, Kamako, to make the catch to end the inning. So the Titans strand 2 here in the top half of the 5th come up empty. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 5-1 Laurel Highlands here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Day.
Looking to buy a home or refinance? Trust the experts at Three Rivers Mortgage Services, proudly serving Fayette and Westmoreland counties for over 25 years. For all your home loan needs, call Ron Conti today at 412-292-8507 for experience you can count on.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
The Laurel Highlands softball boosters would like to thank the following businesses for their support this season: O.C. Cluss Lumber, Williams HVAC, Guthrie's Plumbing, Famous Supply, Chips Residential, Red's Mechanical, Board Bencheck and Associates, Highway Pizza, Cherokee Fur and Recycling, and Peck's Auto.
Brian Morozak, Nick Barczyk back here at Laurel Highlands High School. Mustangs leading the West Mifflin Titans 5-1. High school softball here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and YouTube Live. Mustangs looking for a little more insurance, up forward 5-1 with hitters 6, 7, and 8 due up here in the bottom half of the 5th. Peyton Rambo, Liv McClellan, and Aubrey Spielman.
Yeah, Lady Mustangs looking to add on here. Up 4 in the bottom of the 5th. Rambo 1 for 2 with a single.
Dobnak starting her 5th inning on the mound here for West Mifflin. Dobnak's first pitch here to Peyton Rambo. Swing and a miss, counted 0-1.
Very late swing there, and Laurel Highlands getting the leadoff runner on in the 1st, in the 2nd, and in the 4th. Looking to do it here in the 5th.
Count 0-1. Facing a team like West Mifflin, who's been solid all season, good body of work, never a problem trying to get too many runs up on the scoreboard. You never know when they might have a big inning.
No, they have 4, 5, and 6 due up in the 6th. Yeah, 4 runs you think would be a good cushion in the 5th, but
You never know.
No, exactly. With a playoff-bound team like West Mifflin that has it a little bit of a rough patch, that one in for a strike.
Count now 1-2 from Dobnak to Peyton Rambo. Rambo 1 for 2 today, came into the game with a .258 average, 2 homers and 4 RBIs. Now Dobnak's 1-2 toss to Rambo, just off the plate, count even at 2-2.
Well, sun's back out.
It's been a nice afternoon.
Not much wind to speak of.
I forgot the hat today. Might be a little sunburn for me tomorrow.
That's right. Well, you'll be sunburned on the golf course eventually.
Yeah, I usually wear a hat, though, or put on some sunscreen. That didn't happen today.
Sunday looks good. Might rain a little bit tomorrow, as we mentioned. That one low and in. Count full.
Yep. 3-2.
Sorry. 5-1 Laurel Highlands in the 5th.
Pirates baseball tonight on WMBS.
Paul Skeens pitching against the Brewers in Milwaukee. As they
swing and a miss. Rambo goes down, and
right.
Dobnak's kind of getting into her groove. She's retired 3 straight, and you add up the Ks for the game here. Nick, she struck out 7 here today.
Absolutely. Pitchers duel, well, maybe not quite.
Check that,
5-1.
9 for Dobnak
Let
today.
me see.
Carry the 1. 9 strikeouts for Dobnak, 1 away here in the bottom half of the 5th. Liv McClelland now at the plate for the Mustangs, taking ball 1 there from Dobnak. She's had 2 strikeouts in every inning. Now the one here from Rambo to start the 5th.
Keep counting 8. Get back to me. Maybe the 3rd time's the charm.
Yeah. Next one on the way. Actually, that's a pinch hitter there for McClelland on the Laurel Highlands side. Izzy Coleman batted. So McClelland was 0 for 2, and they bring in Coleman to bat.
Why do I keep getting 8? I trust you.
I have, just to go through, McClelland and Miller went down in the 1st.
Yep.
Senge and Kamako went down in the 2nd. McClelland and Spielman in the 3rd.
It is 9, you're right.
And Durda and Cavalier in the 4th. And now Rambo here in the 5th. And they count 2-1 now to Izzy Coleman.
Well, I went to Uniontown, so none of the Laurel Highlands teachers can be found guilty of, giving me poor math skills.
And
not
Coleman
improving my
a little
math
line
skills.
drive going fast. That's why your math is so bad.
Yeah,
right?
It's Uniontown. It's not LH's fault.
Coleman batting .250 on the season with 2 RBIs.
It was a good shot to the right side, but a foul ball.
Coleman was the designated player for the Mustangs both on Monday and Wednesday.
The DP.
Yep.
Don't get that in the majors.
Now batting.
Yep, good.
Now batting for McClelland here. Takes that pitch. We'll go full of 3-2. To work with 1 out here in the inning, and the Mustangs on top on top 5-1. The 3-2 count here to Izzy Coleman from Riley Dobnak.
Coleman certainly fresh, first at bat of the game.
Payoff pitch called strike 3. So there you go, 2 strikeouts in this inning, 2.
Now that's 10.
Dobnak. Now that's 10.
I think 10's after 9, right? It's hard to tell.
Now Aubrey Spielman will come to the plate. Spielman 1 for 2, singled back in the 1st, struck out looking in the 3rd.
Now the wind picks up. Looking for a 2-out rally. Dobnak looking for a 1-2-3 inning. She had 1 in the 3rd. That was it with 2 strikeouts.
Dobnak ready for a first pitch here to Spielman. Spielman swing, get a miss.
Late on that one.
Yeah, Dobnak came into the game 77 strikeouts to 14 walks, 6-3 record, 2.89 ERA.
Certainly looks to continue this into the postseason. Her good regular season in the circle. Off
One
speed.
pitch called strike.
It's a good off-speed pitch.
Now 0-2.
I'm just amazed watching softball. Just the differences and similarities with baseball, but watching these pitchers, it's quite a treat, especially when you have really good ones. We've had good ones today.
Titans looking for a 1-2-3 inning. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Dobnak strikes out the side here in the 5th. We've played 5. Laurel Highlands, though, still on top 5-1 here in the C.R. Brite Group High School Sports Day.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pick up and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Looking for a great place to eat in Uniontown? Stop by Casey's Sports Cafe, located at 243 southbound Vernon Avenue and proudly owned by the Vernon family. Casey's is open Monday and Friday from 7 to 3, Tuesday through Thursday 7 to 7, and Saturday and Sunday 7 to 2. Come check out their new items and delicious entrees. And remember, Casey's can cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126.
Brite, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals. Locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Brite specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating. Also excelling in line striping and layout, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Brite has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Brite 724-437-6090 or visit brite-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Moving on to the 6th inning as we have softball here for you. You're just joining us 5-1 in favor of Laurel Highlands over West Mifflin as Peyton Senj faces her circle opponent, Riley Dobnak, the pitcher for the Lady Titans in the number 4 spot. She's 0-for-2 with a strikeout. Senj looks in. The 0-1, the kick and the delivery. The righty sends this one in the right. Indeed, look out. Right fielder's back on it. That's off the fences. Going into the fence is Miller. Yeah, Miller is down. The ball is free and picked up and thrown in, but heading to third is Dobnak, and Miller is down on her back. And again, a right fielder down going into the fence. Each team's had that happen today. Miller is down. And I think she's moving her arms there. That's good to see. She took a shot there into the fence, Brian.
While we take a quick break, UPMC Rehabilitation Services injury timeout, 5-1. Mustangs over the Titans. Miller down in right field. Titans with a runner on third. Back in a moment here on the CR Barada Group High School Sports Day.
The Laurel Highlands softball boosters would like to thank the following businesses for their support this season: O.C. Cluss Lumber, Williams HVAC, Guthrie's Plumbing, Famous Supply, Chips Residential, Red's Mechanical, Board Bencheck and Associates, Highway Pizza, Cherokee Fur and Recycling, and Peck's Auto.
Uniontown Applebee's is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands softball. Stop in after the games for late-night half-price select appetizers. Every night from 9 p.m. until close. Located at 102 Walmart Drive in Uniontown, Applebee's.
Looking to buy a home or refinance? Trust the experts at Three Rivers Mortgage Services. Proudly serving Fayette and Westmoreland counties for over 25 years. For all your home loan needs, call Ron Conti today at 412-292-8507 for experience you can count on.
We're back here, and Gianna Miller looks to be okay. She took a shot on the fence in right field there, going back on that ball by hit by Dobnak.
She's going to remain in the game, though.
Yeah, wow. That's great to see. Mia Bay as well, the West Mifflin right fielder, slammed into the fence fielding a deep fly ball as well.
We've seen that a couple of times, actually, over the last few weeks. Had that happen in the Uniontown game on Wednesday here as well. They're still talking to Miller. She's pleading her case. She wants to stay in the game.
Yeah.
I think she might be getting a little concussion test out there in right field that made her take off her shades.
Yeah. We'll see if she's good to stay in.
Still talking to the trainer out there again with the...
Don't want to risk it.
Mustangs leading 5-1. They're going through the whole follow my finger and going through all the routines. They usually have like a baseline concussion with each one of the athletes test at the beginning of the season. So you kind of know. There might be some kids you ask them to say the alphabet backwards.
Yeah,
that could be tough.
That could be tough. That's tough for anyone, especially after a few. But yeah, Dobnak ends up at third with nobody out here in the sixth. But again, we want to make sure Gianna Miller's okay out there in right field, still going through some tests.
Again, final conference game for both Laurel Highlands and West Mifflin. Winner here today takes solo second place in the conference. And it looks like Miller passed the protocol out there in right. She'll remain in the game here for Laurel Highlands as Mustang training staff and head coach Pat Livingston will make their way back to the dugout.
Yeah, indeed. Miller will stay in.
Pat was telling us his grandfather or his great-grandfather was a former North Union Township supervisor back in the day.
I believe it was his great-grandfather.
Yeah.
Yeah, great to hear that history. And yeah, very nice guy, great coach, and great season they've had, obviously.
Okay, like I said, I think he has to be one of the top candidates for 4A Coach of the Year with a turnaround
there you go.
Of this Mustang program this season. Now, after all of that, you have Aubrey Jaskulski at the plate with Dobnak now at third. Nobody out, but the Titans still down 4.
And after all the tough stuff Miller had to go through just now, we'll rule that a triple.
Oh, I agree.
No error given.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know if that, even if she did drop the ball, I don't think she did. I think it was just off the fence. So runner at third, nobody out. Jaskulski is indeed the batter, 1 for 2 with the single. Senj looks in. Laurel Highlands out in the field, up 5-1 in the 6th. That one misses up for ball 2. Jaskulski in the number 5 spot. West Mifflin wants to make a rally. This would be it, down 4, but your leadoff runner on. 2 more at bats here in the game. This pitch is a little blooper in the left field. That's going to drop for a base hit. It's an RBI single for Jaskulski. Scoring is Dobnak. It's now 5-2 Laurel Highlands in the 6th.
Jaskulski hit that right off the inside of the bat in the left field, bouncing in front of Peyton Rambo. Picks up her 11th RBI of the season. Run scored for Dobnak. It's 5-2.
Now the batter is Mia Bay, the right fielder for West Mifflin, who also ran into the fence and was banged up, but she stayed in the game as well. She's due, has struck out twice once looking. Still nobody out, runner on. That pitch low for ball 1 to Bay. As Senj looks to keep this a 3-run deficit.
You wonder if Senj is maybe starting to wear down a little bit, Nick. She started both Monday and Wednesday. This is their 3rd start of the week.
And a very rare walk last inning now has given up 2 base runners to start in a run. And that's ball 2. Yeah, maybe wearing down as she looks over to her dugout here. But she's a gamer. She'll want to stay in, obviously. 2-0. This one popped up behind us. Out of play, 2-1.
We mentioned the one game that Senj did not start in the conference this year was a 4-game week. And they fell to Oakland Catholic by 10.
She looks in 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Senj just trying to go through her normal routine here and record an out, with West Mifflin starting this 6th inning with a little surge.
Popped up foul again behind us. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes, and yes, a run in the 3rd, a run in the 6th for West Mifflin. They haven't bunched runs today. Laurel Highlands has scored 3 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd,
and
Bay 1 in the 4th.
Bay 2 home runs so far this season as well for West Mifflin.
Capable of sending one out.
Count 2-2 here.
3-run lead for Laurel Highlands on the ground foul left side. Cavalier will retrieve it. No, it'll be the left fielder, Rambo. 2 strikes on Bay.
Behind Bay, you have Kaylee Tatters for West Mifflin, who's 1 for 2 with a run scored in this game.
Runner on, no outs. That one inside. And not only is it rare to see a walk from Senja, but a 3-ball count even, and we have one here. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And Bay gets on here. We're going to make the rest of this one pretty interesting.
Kicking the come-home swing and a miss. She will not. And Peyton Senj coming back and getting the strikeout.
How many times have we seen that this year? Again, a tight situation for Senj. She comes through with a key strikeout. And now 1 out here in the top of the 6th with the Mustangs still up 5-2.
And I count 9 for Senj,
yes,
but my math is not accurate. Maybe it is this time. Wow.
It is 9. Correct, Nick.
Even a blind squirrel, Brian. And this one hit by Tatters in the right center for a base hit. Station to station. That's a single for Tatters. 1st and 2nd, 1 out.
Now you have the game-tying run coming to the plate here in Bella Simac.
Yeah, West Mifflin's hung around, being outplayed by Laurel Highlands, but could easily come back and win this game. They're not being overwhelmed by any means.
Simac, the sophomore catcher, batting .276, also 1 for 2 today.
Coach now out and making a lineup change. It appears here a maybe new batter for Simac.
Maybe 13 hitter coming out here. There'll be Jada, no, check that. 13, Amelia Novotny.
Novotny, all right. Novotny will bat. So Novotny bats for Simac. Graham ran for Simac last time she was up, and now she'll have a pinch hitter. So she's done. We'll have a new catcher, but now going to have a meeting in the circle here with Senj in the Laurel Highlands infield. So we'll take a timeout here with runners at first.
Just a quick 30 here.
1 out in the 6th. 30-second timeout. 5-2. Laurel Highlands leads in the 6th in the C.R. Brite Group High School Sports Day.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
5-2 Laurel Highlands leading West Mifflin here at Mustang Field. Softball action in the top of the 6th. First and second, one out. West Mifflin batting down 3. Senge will face Novotny after a meeting in the circle. As Senge still pitching very well, but maybe wearing down a tad here in the 6th. But just like that, she gets the riser. Fastball, swing and a miss.
Novotny batting .333 with 8 RBIs. She's been productive at the plate so far this season.
Tough role, though, as a pinch hitter. Stepping in cold here in the 6th inning, batting for Simac out of the 8th spot. 2 on and 1 out. That one's in for a strike, 0-2. So Senge trying to quell the doubts here, if there are any. Get out of this jam. He's given up a run this inning. No balls, 2 strikes. And the righty kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout, 2 outs. Novotny goes down swinging.
Kind of surprised to see that move because Simac had a hit in the game already.
Right. Yeah, she did back in the 3rd, and that's an interesting decision there as Adelie Salopik will bat the first baseman in the 9 spot for West Mifflin.
Salapak 0 for 2 today. And Senge back in her groove.
Right. Yep, strikeout last time for Salopek, and now she's down 0-1. And Senge would just love to strand these 2 runners here. That one misses up. 1-1.
I think Senge just put it in another gear right now.
Right. When her back's against the wall, she's even better. 2-on jam, looking to hold on to a 3-run deficit in the 6th inning. West Mifflin down to their last 4 outs. Another swing and a miss, 2 strikes. Now Senge a strike away from getting out of the jam and maybe striking out the side.
Behind Salapak will be the top of the order. Brianna Wills is 3 for 3 today. If you can somehow get Salapak on here.
She's pesky, slapping balls the other way today. That one misses up. 1-2. Just got to get that down. It was over, but up.
I think an 0-2, though, that's one of those throwaway pitches, though. You just try to get Salapak to chase.
Right. See what the offering is here on 1-2. That one's in for strike 3 called. So striking out the side, stranding 2. West Mifflin does get a run. Bottom of the 6th, 5-2 Laurel Highlands on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are proud residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and more. Experienced therapists providing quality rehabilitation close to home. Convenient hours, accessible location, all major insurances accepted. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access. 724-437-7500.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Bottom of the 6th, 5-2 Laurel Highlands leading West Mifflin here in softball action. That pitch squared and fouled off by Gianna Miller, who stayed in the game after she slammed into the right field wall. Great effort trying to catch a fly ball by Dobnak. She's staying in there, and 0-1 the count now. She's walked and scored a run.
Dobnak's now retired 5 straight.
Right, 4 of them strikeouts. Intentionally walked Senge, the last batter she allowed on, then gave up a single before that to Hal, who's on deck. 3-run lead for LH as this one's popped up, and the catcher is going to squeeze it. That's an out. Pulled in by Simac, who is still in the game, even though she was hit for. Pop out 2-1 away. Simac still behind the plate. And great defense there by the catcher. Had some good catching defense today by both McClellan and Simac. Top of the order now, Howe, the batter, the shortstop, who has been on base 3 times with 3 hits and 2 runs scored. Brian, 2 singles and a double, and now the left-hand batter steps in and hits this one. First pitch swinging and to a right a little bit and caught by the pitcher, Dobnak. So just like that, 2 outs.
Pop out.
Pop out to the pitcher and a foul out to the catcher. It's unusual. 2 outs here for the other senior, besides for Howe in the Mustang lineup, Harley Durda. She's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. She's due. Center fielder. Mustangs would like an insurance run, but Dobnak just certainly want to prevent that. That one in the dirt, but swing and a miss, 0-1.
Yeah, Durda chased that one.
Playing golf.
And Durda, a rare 0 for 3 today. Came into the game with a .355 average.
1-2-3 for Dobnak in the third. 1-2-3 last inning with 3 strikeouts. And this one is in the air right side. Second baseman's in and will grab it. Tomko. That was an easy inning. 1-2-3. And we go to the 7th. Last wraps here. West Mifflin down 5-2 to Laurel Highlands on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
The best pizza in town is at Little E's El Ultra, Uniontown's newest restaurant, with all the organic crusts, classic or gluten-free, all organic sauces, all natural meats and toppings, and a variety of specialty pizzas, including vegan options. More than pizza, Little E's has hearty homemade soups, appetizers, calzones, and strombolis, plus a variety of salads with vegan and gluten-free options, and new 15-inch big hoagies. Open Wednesday and Thursday, 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday until 9:30. Phone 724-880-6012 or stop in a Little East, 7 West South Street, across from the parking garage.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
West Mifflin's going to need 3 here in the top of the 7th. They want to extend the game. First pitch swinging. Wills puts it on the ground to short. What a fire and a get there from Howe to Kamako to retire Wills 6-3 for the first out of this top of the 7th.
When you're down 3 runs in the last inning, that's just what you want. 1 pitch, 1 out. Sange with a ground out. Good play by Howe. And Wills retired for the first time tonight.
Yeah, Wills was 3 for 3 with basically 3 infield singles before that ground out. Now Jackie Bova coming to the plate. 0 for 2 with a walk so far in this game. Senge looking for another complete game. First pitcher to Jackie Bova. High in the air to shallow right. Oh. Charging and getting is Gianna Miller. What a catch from Miller out there in right field.
That's phenomenal by Miller, especially getting banged up, last inning, banging into the fence, making that play, running in, a sliding catch, phenomenal. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Great play by Miller. West Mifflin down to their last out.
It'll be Sam Tomko's 0 for 3 today. Tomko came into the game with a .405 average, so the Mustangs 1 out away from clinching second place in the conference and a possible first-round bye, depending on how things shake out with the WPIAL seating committee. First pitch here to Tomko, swing and a miss, strike 1.
Yeah, I should wait for this last out, Brian, but Laurel Highlands firing on all cylinders going into the playoffs.
Yes. And they'll actually have to wait 2 weeks before the playoff pairings even come out, and over 2 weeks before playing their first WPIAL playoff game. 0-1 here to Tomko from Peyton Senge. 0-1 on the way, and this ball nubbed in the air. Same team. It'll be the first baseman, Chloe Kamako, making the catch to end the game. And the Mustangs will enter the WPIAL playoffs red hot. They'll improve to 8-4 both overall and in the conference with a 5-2 win over the West Mifflin Titans here this afternoon. Back to tell you all about it right after this. Mustangs win at 5-2 over the Titans here on WBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
The
Need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas, open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in.
It's Jessica Karingala and Joe Malika, and we want you to spring into savings at Ford of Uniontown.
Right now, get a new Ford F-150 with up to $8,000 off MSRP or up to $6,000 off with low financing rates, as low as 2.9 for 60 months and 3.9 for 72 or 84 months.
Looking for something versatile and efficient? Check out the Ford Maverick with up to $3,000 off of MSRP.
And don't forget, Ford owners can score additional loyalty savings.
Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in.
Inventory is moving fast, so don't wait. Your truck knows, shouldn't you?
Trade me in.
That's Ford of Uniontown on the hill across from Applebee's, 724-425-5980 or FordofUniontown.com.
Price excludes tax and transfer fees. Must finance with Ford credit, and not all buyers will qualify.
Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in.
Looking to buy a home or refinance? Trust the experts at Three Rivers Mortgage Services, proudly serving Fayette and Westmoreland counties for over 25 years. For all your home loan needs, call Ron Conti today at 412-292-8507 for experience you can count on.
Brian Morozek, Nick Barczyk back here at Laurel Highlands High School for our game recap. 5-2, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs knock off the West Mifflin Titans. And Nick, let's go back through it inning by inning with a game recap.
Yeah, Brian, and again, where else do you start Peyton Sench pitching with the complete game? But starting off the scoring was Laurel Highlands in the bottom of the first with 3 runs, a leadoff double for Kayla Howell, then a 2-run home run for Sench. She helps her own cause at the plate. RBI single for Chloe Kamako, and the Lady Mustangs do get 3 runs there. First run for West Mifflin came in the 3rd inning as the first 2 runners reached. And then Kaylee Tatters was able to score the first run of the game on a wild pitch. Moving along to the 4th inning, another run came home for Laurel Highlands. Their leadoff base runner, their leadoff batter, Miller, got on via the walk. Bases were loaded after an intentional walk of Senj, but a wild pitch scored Miller to put them up 4-1. And actually missed a run there in the 2nd that Laurel Highlands scored. Howe got on with the leadoff single. She was able to come home. It was 5-1 Laurel Highlands after the 4th, and then West Mifflin got another run to cut it to 3 as a leadoff triple for Dobnak in the 6th. She came home on an RBI single from Jaskolski, but shutting down the door with a 1-2-3 frame in the 7th was Senj. She was dominant again. It's a 5-2 win for Laurel Highlands, and as we mentioned, firing on all cylinders going into the postseason. They do have to wait a little while, but certainly just impressive all the way around. West Mifflin heading into the playoffs as well, but it's been a rough week for them. Hopefully for them, they can turn it around. Laurel Highlands wins 5-2.
Again, playoff pairings on May 7th. Playoffs get underway on May the 11th. We're back with a final word, maybe a player interview as well, as the Mustangs knock off the Titans 5-2 here on WMBS.
Uniontown Applebee's is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands softball. Stop in after the games for late-night, half-price select appetizers. Every night from 9 p.m. until close. Located at 102 Walmart Drive in Uniontown, Applebee's.
The Laurel Highlands softball boosters would like to thank the following businesses for their support this season: O.C. Cluss Lumber, Williams HVAC, Guthrie's Plumbing, Famous Supply, Chips Residential, Red's Mechanical, Ford Benchek and Associates, Highway Pizza, Cherokee Fur and Recycling, and Peck's Auto.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or
Hi, come on in. How are you?
for personal, professional health care you can trust. See Dr. Paul Hardley and nurse practitioners Tara Bozak, Jessica Reckhart, and Stacy Morris. Proudly serving our community for over 30 years. Need care today? Walk-ins are always welcome. For your primary care, call Dr. Paul Hardley at 724-437-1109 or visit ppcp.org.
Or serving number 3,940.
Brite Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals. Locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Brite Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating. Also excelling in line striping and layout, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Brite Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Brite Stripe, 724-437-6000. 6090 or visit brite-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Brian Morozek back wrapping things up here from Laurel Highlands High School. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs a 5-2 win over the West Mifflin Titans in high school softball. That'll be our last high school softball regular season broadcast. We hope to bring you the Mustangs here in the postseason as well. Again, we'll have to go through the WPIAL to get permission to do video for those playoff games. We'll do everything we can to bring them to you here on WMBS. Again, the playoff pairings will be announced on Thursday, May the 7th. And Monday, May the 11th, will be the start of the WPIAL high school softball playoffs. We do have high school baseball on the way next week on WMBS. Coming up on Monday, the Uniontown Red Raiders and the Laurel Highlands Mustangs will start a 2-game series. Monday, YouTube only over at Bailey Park. There'll be a 7 o'clock start. Tuesday's game, both on the radio and on YouTube as well. Starting at 4 o'clock, we'll have Geibel and Monessen High School baseball next Thursday. That'll be a 4:30 start, YouTube only from Geibel. And then next week, the following week, a 2-game series between Laurel Highlands and Ringgold, as the Mustang baseball team still on the outside looking in for a WPIAL playoff spot as well. So hopefully they can make a run here late. Take care of business against Uniontown this coming week, and then have to pull a couple of upsets against Ringgold during the final 2-game series of the year as well. So the Mustang softball team, again, 8-4. They'll get solo second place in the conference. West Mifflin will have a half-game lead over Uniontown for third place. Red Raiders will wrap up the softball season on Monday, taking on Oakland Catholic. If Uniontown gets a win there, those two teams will tie for third place. We're being joined by Kayla Howell here in our post-game show, and Kayla will get things started for us. And Kayla, 3 for 4 today, another solid effort at the plate. Have to be happy with the way the game transpired, and also your Mustangs getting second place in the conference.
Yes, I came into this game and I was just so excited to play today. The entire school day I was looking forward to this game, talking about it the entire game, ready to get that playoff spot a little bit higher, and I came into this game and I think I performed amazing as well as my team.
You got everybody behind you here.
Yes, everybody's here. And I think I performed really well.
Well, Kayla, again, congratulations as a senior. Last conference game here. You can pass it off to whoever you want to pass it off to here. And for the second straight game, we have an opportunity to talk to Emmy Cavalier. And Emmy, you were huge here Wednesday, a couple of home runs, and you certainly were solid here again today.
Yeah, I'm really excited for playoffs. Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Well, you can pass it off to Peyton Senja. Peyton, you're becoming a regular talking to us here.
Yeah.
Hey, your third game pitching on the mound this week. Your thoughts going into the game? Were you getting worn down at all there late at all?
No, I just had the same mindset that I said Monday, and I just had to make sure to tune in and not let off the gas.
Nick, any questions there for Peyton?
Obviously another great performance and great regular season. How do you change anything with the playoffs coming up? I mean, in your pitching rotation, your arsenal, or?
I should keep everything the same. I'll definitely continue to work at home and, throw to my dad and work in my basement and stuff and make sure my form is great for playoffs.
Now, you guys are hot right now, obviously playing some fantastic softball, probably the best you guys have played all year. You'll have a couple of week layoff before the playoffs start. What are you going to try to do to keep sharp here over the next few weeks?
We have a couple non-section games, but I would say definitely practice and hone in on everything we know how to do and make sure we keep everything clean.
Well, Payne, again, nice talking to you. If anybody else wants to say hello real quick before we go?
Thank you so much.
I don't think we have time for everyone. But
well, we have Gianna Miller. And Gianna, first off, how are you doing? Because you hit the wall out there pretty hard.
Well, I caught the ball after. That's all.
Well, I know they're giving you probably a little concussion test out there, right?
Yeah, they did. I think I just knocked the wind out myself.
Okay.
Not gonna lie.
You know you're talking to us and everything today, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm here.
She looks good. You're good. You're good.
And you came through. I mean, a lot of hustle, not only in right field, but you made that great diving stop there late. I made one of the plays of the game defensively.
Yes. Even though my bat wasn't with me this week, I think my fielding definitely helped, and all my teammates kept me up. So.
Well, again, girls, congratulations on a great season. We'll see you in the playoffs in a couple of weeks.
Let's go, Mustangs.
Let's go!
Not often they bring over the whole team,
Great
Nick.
job, everyone. Absolutely. Good job. Good job.
And the Laurel Highlands a 5-2 win over the...
By the way, Coach Pat said, I'll send the whole 9 over. I thought he was kidding.
I can't believe you asked for the whole team.
Yeah. You're man of your word. You really brought them all over. Thank you.
I said, hey, give me starting
Again, have to thank Coach Pat Livingston as well for a great job all season. Pat, we appreciate you setting up all these regular season games for us. We hope to see you guys in the playoffs as well.
Absolutely. We appreciate you guys being here. It's been awesome.
And for you, I think you have to be one of the candidates for Coach of the Year in 4A with the turnaround of this program.
Well, listen, it's not me. It's a team effort. Ain't no doubt. You know, my coaches, Josh Rambo, Emma Bliss, they prepare these players. They've been awesome all year long.
All right, keep things going here for the next couple of weeks. We'll see you May 11th.
Absolutely. Thank you.
That's Pat Livingston, Laurel Highlands head coach, joining us. And the Lady Mustangs 8-4 in the conference, second place solo. And Nick, has been a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Softball's been so much fun this season. Love it. The baseball as well. It's going to be fun. Playoff time coming up, and hopefully the weather's nice. Lady Mustangs have looked awesome, and big win today.
Have to thank Bill Madden, Bank and Satter Davis & Davis, attorneys at law studios. Carl Childs behind the camera and our YouTube live video feed. For Nick Barczyk, this is Brian Morozek, and have yourselves a pleasant good evening. Mustangs win it 5-2 over the West Mifflin Titans. So long, everybody.
You've been listening to coverage of high school spring sports here on WMBS, high school baseball and softball.